circuit. We've got Steve Lee in second. But boy, he's got a lot to make up. I can't see that happening, Bill.
Well, I can't either, but you never know. I mean, all one motor has to do is bobble a little bit, and I think Terry Rinker's right behind him, closing on Stephen Lee.
There's Steve Lee in the red boat, and that right there in the yellow boat is Terry Rinker, who's just speaking of. Both the red boat and the yellow boat are both Lee crafts. Where do those come from, Bill?
Lee crafts were made by David Lee down in Coleman, Alabama. He's an ex-racer and drove for many years himself, and that is a 100% composite boat.
And by composite boat, what do you mean by that?
Common word, fiberglass.
Fiberglass. So some of the boats are wood that we're looking at here. How about that boat that Tim's driving right there? Is that a wood boat or is that a composite boat?
It has a composite midsection, fiberglass midsection with wood sponsons. It's a combination.
And what about these cockpits? Do they like the unlimited cockpits? Do they give them a lot of protection, or are they just thin fiberglass?
No, they're about an inch thick, and I forget how many newtons they have to stand, like 3,000 newtons as far as strength.
Bill, I'm a boat racer. Don't use scientific words like newtons. I don't know what you're talking about.
I was doing good to get out of high school, and the driver's strapped in with a 5-point harness. So basically, it's the same concept as the Unlimiteds have. Yes.
And when you see the boat pop out of the corner, the reason it can go down and in or up and out. And as he approaches the corner, he drops the engine down and in. That's going to force the front of the boat down right there. He makes the turn, and then he's on the up. He kicks the engine so it comes up and out and back down again for that left-hand turn. There you see Stephen Lee and the Lee craft, no relation. Really not much of a threat to Tim Seabold at this point.
No, but Stephen Lee, you've got to really hand it to him. He's only been in the boat for a little over a year. And he never worked his way up through the ranks like a Terry Rinker and a Tim Seabold and a Linsenberger and most of the drivers out there. He came in cold turkey, bought a boat, and started racing.
And the guy right behind Steve Lee, Terry Rinker, that's not true with him. He's a boat racer from way back, is he not?
Oh, his family was in the boat business for years. Rinker Boats in Syracuse, Indiana. And I mean, he started out probably racing when he was about 12 or 13 years old, like the Seabolds did. And, it's just in your blood.
Well, the Seabold family, your father got you started in racing, and you got both of your sons started in racing, and Mike. And here we're looking at Tim Seabold, your youngest son, is he not?
He's the middle son. We did have one son younger than Tim.
Did anybody in your family choose not to be a boat racer?
Yeah, Billy, my youngest, his mother chose that for him. You are not racing, period.
Well, I guess 1 out of 3. That's pretty good shooting for you, Bill.
Well, it is. And I don't know how she put up with us for all the years. Tim, Mike, and I used to race against each other in the same class, and they would rather beat me than anybody else out there.
So as you watch this boat come through the corner, look how down in the water it is. Now watch that bow pop up. Look how little of the boat is actually in the water. And right there you see Chris Fairchild in a boat that looks very much like Tim Seabold's. Why do you not want the boat in the water, Bill?
Well, there's less friction in the air. The water is hard to compress, and you cannot compress the water. You're trying to fly the boat just above the water. A tunnel boat is kind of a modified hydroplane. It has a tunnel air going down the middle, and the whole midsection is like an aircraft wing. So you're trying to make that aircraft wing attack the air at the right attitude so it doesn't blow over backwards, yet it picks the boat up off the water.
You see Tim Seabold coming up on lap traffic, I believe. Tell me about lap traffic. Can that really play a role in who wins these things?
Well, it can. It probably will not here, Chip, due to the length of the course. Like I said before, normally we run on a 32 to 35 second course. This is 49 seconds. And but there again, you've got to realize these guys are coming up on those other boats. They've got to watch their lanes. And when you're driving in a safety cell boat with rear view mirrors, there's blind spots that you cannot see somebody approaching you. And everybody's had that happen to them on the highway when they pulled out to try to pass. Whoops, there's a guy there, I can't pass.
Right. So in NASCAR, there's a radio guy telling that driver, because he can't see behind him very well either. Same thing here in Formula One. Are there radio guys playing a big role in telling the driver what's happening behind him?
Oh, absolutely. And the drivers don't like you to talk to them a lot. Just like when Tim was passing that boat right there, the radio man might say clear, and he knows what that means.
I see.
And then he'll say, okay, Terry Rinker's closing. and he might even give him a second count on that, 3.5 seconds or 2.5 seconds or 1.5.
Now in the unlimited racing, you know, the preliminaries, and there you see the checkered flag for Tim Seabold. Basically led from start to finish off the dock. Not much of a threat. I believe Steve Lee was second. And there's your winner. And let's go down to Chris on the dock with the winner.
Chris Francis here with Tim Seabold. Tim, we didn't see you in the first one, DNF, but what changed in the second one here?
Yep, my battery switch, when I went through behind another boat, the rooster tails are so intense, it turned the battery switch off. So we flipped the handle on the switch around and taped it real good. Came off the beach good that second time, so it was just a little bit of a nightmare on the first one, but made up for it on the second one.
You sure did. Thanks so much. Yep.
Thank you.
Well, there's your results. Let's talk about the first three. We've got Tim Seabold, #1 in Fox Plumbing, Terry Rinkert, #2 in the Amsoil Synthetics, and the Bubba Burgers with Stephen Lee in third.
And we have Jose Madonna in the pipe rollers in fourth, and Adams Racing, Eric Adams in fifth, which is really good because he is a rookie.
That's Heat 2, Formula 1.
Heat 2 of F1 Racing has been brought to you by the Hyundai Elantra.
And moving on to Heat 2, and on behalf of our sponsor, Graham Trucking, I'd like to present the award for Heat 2 in the Formula 1 Prop Tour boat races here today. Come on out, Tim Seabold. Congratulations, Tim, with the Seaway Marine engine boat. Tim, congratulations.
Well, thank you. I want to thank everybody for having us out here, Graham Trucking, for help sponsoring the F1 Prop Tour, and my sponsors, Seaway Marine and Fox Heating and Plumbing.
Oh, very good. Congratulations, sir.
Well, thank you.